If you've been following Depp and Heard, and you have been, you might know a lot of stuff went on with celebrities and Amber and things like that on social media, who's following who, and that kind of thing. Well, this here is a new tweet from August 25th, 2023 from Beatrix Kiddo, and apparently Beatrix found out that Cara Delevingne is no longer following Amber on Instagram. So, to this day, you see people still going their separate ways. I mean, you would think if in the end, when all the dust settled, everything's said and done, Cara would be like, you know what? I support you. I follow you. No one's even watching so much anymore. But no, seems like Cara has unfollowed you know who. So Beatrix says, interesting. Cara Delevingne has unfollowed the defendant on Instagram. The defendant is still following Cara. And he sees the zoom in where Beatrix typed Amber and nothing came up under who Cara is following. This person, Charlotte, claims that as of last week, they were still following each other, so this is pretty new news. This person, Andrea, says, well, I remember reading this, don't know if true, but I do know there are photos of them together where Cara has bruises, and I'm not gonna go there. I don't think anything happened between them. Nothing like that. No conspiracy stuff. But this article was about when Cara had a little freak out at the airport, and that's probably something that's not gonna be forgotten ever, really. But it looks like the article there actually says Amber Heard responsible for Cara Delevingne's drug addiction. Looks like they might speculate about this. But even so, I might have read this article a long time ago, but in the end, it's up to you to get yourself under control, turn down things offered and things like that. So I can't really see going that far, just to be honest. Maybe Amber was a bad influence, sure. Maybe she pushed her in that direction, but in the end, it's up to you to make the decision to, go overboard with it. And Beatrix points out here that at this time, not sure about now, but at this time, Cara Delevingne was following Johnny, which is an interesting fact. And she was also following Dior, it seems, which is interesting as well, because Dior heavily supports Johnny, so following Dior is the same thing as following Johnny, pretty much. Not exactly, but I think you get my drift. Beatrix said she has no way to know if Cara blocks Amber, which, again, my opinion, probably not. There's no reason to. Amber barely posts. Goodwill says, I would imagine if one has a block, it removes the follower. I don't think that's true. Not sure. Maybe. I would think Cara knows not to have anything more to do with the bed pooper. Alright, fair enough. An animal lover says she's probably sober now and realizes how toxic the relationship was. Okay, again, fair comment. I heard that Cara did get sober and she might have looked back and been like, oh, why was I following Amber? Bye. And Chris says, I thought that was strange. She is no longer part of her life for so long. It's hard to believe it is just for appearances, but she had unfollowed others before, so why not leave Cara alone? Kind of confusing, not sure exactly the main point there. And Misu says, love when people finally wake up. Platoon Johnny Depp 1 says, it's about time. I wonder what happened that makes her now unfollow her. And Miss CR says, I think Cara's on the path to getting clean and healthy, implying that not following Amber is getting more clean and healthy, and that's definitely one opinion and one way to put it. Once in a while, I go through who I'm following and I clean out a little bit and I unfollow. But basically, if I still respect the person, for example, if they've got a YouTube channel that never made it, they've got 1,000, subscribers, maybe 2,000 or whatever, but they never actually got a name for themselves and they're following me, I'm not going to unfollow. Give them respect. If someone's subscribed to this channel or a member or whatever, I definitely follow back and I keep following. I respect and appreciate that. I unfollow people who followed me, but dead silence. Over the years, just faded away, stopped watching the things I watch, stopped supporting the things I support, and just went their separate ways, and I'll be like, okay, I'll unfollow. We're just on a different wavelength right now. So maybe Cara just woke up one day and said, You know what? I'm just on a different wavelength than Amber right now. I'm going to unfollow, and that'll be my day. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you, Beatrix Kiddo. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be real sad about it, but I'll get over it. See you next time.